Oh my god, I am a huge YouTube celebrity, but my channel just got deleted and now I've got to start all over again with a brand new episode featuring a review of Pop Culture Shock's 2014 He-Man bust on this episode of Ratch King Reviews.
It's toys and film and food and news. It's your favorite YouTube channel and it's Ratch King Reviews.
Icky day in the sewer, Ratchketeers. I woke up this morning to discover that my entire YouTube channel was mysteriously deleted. Do I have my suspicions as to who the culprits are?
Oh, sure.
But legal counsel is advising me to refrain from naming names. For now. As most of you already know, I am Ratch King. I am a successful, prominent YouTuber who's been making quality video content for decades now. I first started YouTubing as a young child in the 1980s. My very first viral video was a review of Bonkers Fruit Chews.
Bonkers Fruit Chews. On this episode of Ratch King Reviews, Bonkers bonks you out. Ah! Get the strawberry off of me!
And then I dropped out of school to pursue YouTubing as a professional career, and I never looked back. But now, hundreds of monetized videos, millions of adoring subscribers are just gone in a flash, like Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron movie. And I've got nothing to show for any of it. Maybe it's time to finally quit this ratch race and just retire from content creation altogether. Oh, hey Jonky. I don't think I'm in the mood for today's secret word. It says destiny. You're right, Jonky. It's my destiny to be a professional YouTuber / sewer dweller. And I'm gonna rebuild this dang YouTube channel video by video if that's what I gotta do. And I've got the perfect item for a first review. An unopened, life-sized He-Man bust by Pop Culture Shock from 2014. I know it's almost a decade old, but this is a really cool Masters of the Universe statue that never got much coverage. And with Tweeterhead's new life-size bust currently available for pre-order, I thought it was the perfect time to revisit the 2014 item. Let's just get right into the review by talking about the packaging. This is a bit unusual. It sounds like I'm getting a video call. Let's just see who this is.
Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan.
Oh hey, it's legendary author, content creator, and toy enthusiast Pixel Dan. Are you here to wish me luck on my first episode, Mr. Dan?
Not quite, Ratch King. It's come to my attention that you are planning to review some He-Man merch.
Oh, I'm not trying to step on your toes, Pixel Dan. Everyone knows you are like the Motu guy on YouTube. I was just ratching around for a product to review on my first episode, and the He-Man bust seemed like fair game. You know, I actually checked through your archives, and I'm pretty sure you never reviewed this product.
Okay, folks, it's comparison time. Today, we're doing a side-by-side to see the difference between Ratch King and a stupid little banana. Spoiler alert, there is no difference.
Wow, Pixel Dan, I really feel like you're punching down here. I mean, I know He-Man is kind of like your gig, but what's the harm of just one more reviewer on the platform? I mean, there's Geek Dad Life and Mega J Retro.
Guys.
Seems like there's plenty of Motu to go around, don't you think?
Go ahead and make your piddly review. But before I go, I just wanted to say that you remind me of a vintage Stinkor action figure that I recently found in a loose toy bin. And just like you, it was broke and stinky.
This really breaks my heart, Pixel Dan. I mean, I'm a huge fan. I like all your videos. I even got your book, but enough is enough. Luckily, I've got some rip-off Tony Stark tech in low Earth orbit that should put an end to this conversation.
Oh, you slimed me! Curse you, Ratch King! Curse you!
Ratchketeers, I can't begin to apologize for all of that. Another call?
I am Slime Pit Pixel Dan.
Okay, I'm not answering any more calls. Let's just get on with the review. Back in July 2014, Pop Culture Shock announced their life-sized He-Man bust. A companion piece to their 2013 Skeletor bust, it's listed at $679.99 MSRP. But a little ratching around reveals that websites like Big Bad Toy Store had it discounted for as low as $475.99 back in the day. Geez, I wish I'd grabbed one at that price. Nowadays, you can still find it new in the box on sites like eBay, but in most cases you'll be paying double or even triple what that low price was. Pop Culture Shock limited this item to only 300 units worldwide, so it surprises me to see recent, reasonably priced auctions stalling with 0 bids. 30% markdowns on Big Bad Toy Store? Auctions without bidders? No Pixel Dan review? Were fans just not into this statue? Moreover, I find it interesting that Tweeterhead is currently pre-selling a very similar one-to-one He-Man bust, and they're asking for a lot more money right out of the gate. Is there a market for one life-sized He-Man bust, let alone 2? Let's take a look at the packaging. Believe it or not, I found my statue in stock on a collectible website not too long ago. And when 2 huge boxes arrived in the sewer mail, I thought the warehouse had screwed up and sent me 2 statues by accident. I was like a greedy little Ferengi drooling over all the ill-gotten profit I was about to make reselling one. And then I realized that this statue is so big, it actually ships in 2 separate containers. As you can see, one box is listed as chest only, and that's basically the man flesh portion. The second box is labeled as hair with base. We have some great product photography featured on the boxes, and I'm happy to say that the internal foam packaging kept everything inside safe and secure. Inside, you'll find a certificate of authenticity. Wow, how'd I get 30 out of 300? Have they only sold 30 of these in the past 10 years? I guess having a low production number was simply my destiny. Alright, let's get this man flesh out of the box. He-Man, you've been in styrofoam since the Obama administration. You missed COVID and the entire sequel trilogy. Welcome to 2024. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird having a disembodied slab of male torso gazing up at you like that. But look at the craftsmanship on display here. The skin has pores. The eyes have blood vessels. As someone who grew up playing with 5.5-inch action figures, this is ridiculous. Time for the second box. The base is a simple, oversized peg that doesn't compete for attention, and I appreciate that. The hair is basically a blonde, polystone wig. It falls somewhere between a tidy pageboy haircut and an unruly barbarian mane. And I think it works as a realistic take on He-Man's hair. It's a little surfer dude, but I like it. Now let's put everything together. And there you have it, Pop Culture Shock's 2014 life-sized He-Man bust. My thoughts upon seeing it assembled for the first time in person? This thing is awesome. I have a lot of He-Man figures, a lot of He-Man statues, and at this moment, I can't imagine any of them competing with this thing. The scale is just so commanding. When designing this statue, Pop Culture Shock made a lot of choices that I happen to agree with. First, no soft goods. Confession, I kinda hate soft goods. To me, soft goods are what separates an action figure from a doll, and this is just a giant action figure. Second, the clean and simple design. They didn't over-design the armor or put braids or dreadlocks in He-Man's hair. Look at the chest plate. Clean, simple lines, red paint, and a few rivets. Perfect. And speaking of the chest plate, thank you, Pop Culture Shock, for using the classic Iron Cross. Look, I know the Iron Cross has a complicated history, but that stupid H logo is never gonna happen. Mattel, you've been trying to make that H logo happen for 40 years, and I hate it. Unless it's on Battle Armor He-Man or Thunder Punch He-Man, then it's fine. So, any negatives? Probably the biggest downside is simply how much real estate this thing will take up in your Ratch cave. But as they say, that's more of a feature than a glitch. This is life-size after all. Crafted of polystone and standing 29 inches high, I think this is one of those serious collector items that's a bit of a commitment, like buying a llama. As previously mentioned, this item was limited to 300 units worldwide, with 125 being a Pop Culture Shock exclusive edition that came with movable acrylic eyes. That's kinda weird, huh? I wonder if it was like a boglin. Now, here's the real bummer. In addition to the movable eyes, the exclusive edition also came with an attachable power sword hilt. It's crazy how much of an improvement that sword hilt makes, so what a shame that it wasn't included as a standard accessory. Additionally, while I personally love this sculpture as a unique, semi-realistic take on He-Man, I can imagine others taking issue with his face. He-Man's face is notoriously difficult to get right, and when you're inflating that face to life-size proportions, you're not gonna please everyone. If you prefer your He-Man on the gruff and swarthy side, this sculpture might be a bit too pretty for your liking. This dude is like Brad Pitt and Thelma and Louise levels of hunkiness. I mean, even Dolph Lundgren He-Man was covered in grime. But hey, if you overall like the statue but you're a little iffy on the face, I've got the perfect solution for you. Overall, I think this statue is a big polystone win. It makes a great hat rack, you can practice your dating moves. For the moment, it's clearly the best option for a life-sized He-Man bust. Okay, Ratchketeers, it's comparison time. It's juxtaposition inquisition.
It's juxtaposition, inquisition, not comparison time.
Doing a head-to-head comparison will be very interesting when Tweeterhead releases their version of a life-sized He-Man bust. Based on the images of Tweeterhead's prototype, I think there will be many similarities between the two statues, but also some noticeable differences. For example, nipples. But for now, I thought it would be fun to show you Pop Culture Shock's life-sized He-Man bust juxtaposed with a classic 1982 He-Man. Quite the difference in scale, right? And speaking of scale, here's Pop Culture Shock's life-sized He-Man bust juxtaposed with world's smallest He-Man. And finally, the most important part of any toy review.
Exactly how chick repellent is this item? A Ratch King Reviews exclusive.
Ratchketeers, it's not good. If you're single and actively dating, there's absolutely no scenario where a girl comes over, spots your gigantic, practically naked barbarian statue, and doesn't do a 180-degree spin out of unmitigated revulsion. He-Man, I love you, but in the realm of chick repellents, this is about as bad as it gets. I grant you 9 out of 10 Jared Fogels.
Certified chick repellent.
It's sponsored ad time!
Here's the deal. I desperately need to make this channel profitable again, or I will starve to death. And so to thank you all for not clicking away during the ad, I have hired an actual biological female for today's sponsor read. We're going all out with green screen and girls. Enjoy the eye candy, boys. I do it all for you.
This episode of Ratch King Reviews is sponsored by Zowie-Poo. Right now, at participating Zowie-Poo restaurants, you can enjoy the all-new Kablamo Boom Deluxe Burger for $6 plus tax. Featuring a quarter pound of fresh grilled meat, patented Zowie-Poo sauce, lettuce, tomato, and pickles, all in a toasted sesame seed bun. And I love this burger.
You should go out and get one right now.
Zowie-Poo!
Home of the Beefy Chew Supreme. Tell them Ratch King sent you for 10% off your order. Beep 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 beep.
I think that was totally a fake ad, and now I starve to death.
Let's dive into some viewer remarks. Both praise and objection. Open sewage of all your musings and thoughts. It's the Ratch King's comment section.
And now it's time to take a look at the comments section from the latest episode. Oh, that's right, my comments section, along with my entire former channel, was deleted. Next time. Okay, Ratchketeers, that about does it for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave some feedback in the comments section. I do look forward to hearing from you.
Go away, Ratch King. Go away. We do not need another YouTube channel for your toys and films and food and news. Your show is a poo-poo, and I wish for you to never ever return.
And don't forget, you made today a special day just by being you. And I like you just the way you are. Ratch King out.
It's another clown world day, pop culture's gonna stray. Iron Man